You're watching 9 to 5 Nightmares. Just plug a few holes here and there, put a bit of lattice on that side and replace that piece over there, but that's really about it. We are nearly there. All the client want to do is just do the handrails. He want to leave all this old stuff here, so we did what we were asked to do. Yeah. Probably the hardest part was just figure out the rise and run of the stairs. That's probably about the hardest part. Other than that, everything else is fairly straightforward. Yeah, you got that right. Your blower handy. Tomorrow we just gotta plug a few holes, replace one or two pieces of trim, put a few pieces of trim around the back door, and just get rid of the trash. That's basically it. And then we are done, and we're going to enjoy a long weekend. I am Dan O'Leary. I work for Grange Contracting. This is David Hessian. He is Grange Contracting. We do general carpentry from frame to finish, kind of specialise in finish work. And that's really about it.
Yeah, how long you been doing this?
I've been doing this close on 15 years. I think he's been doing it for about 23, 24.
Self-taught?
No, not really. I learned a lot from a lot of other people around the place. Picked up a few tricks here and there and just had the willing to learn and just went from there. Well, general contracting, general carpentry.
Probably the Boston area.
Boston area, yeah.
Newton, Boston.
We're both Irish. He's from Galway in Ireland and I'm from Cork in Ireland. It's very, very nice when it's not raining, but when it's raining, it's not very nice. That's about as good as you're going to get. No, Boston would have much hotter climate and a much colder climate in the winter. But no, it's nice to go back there and it's nice to come back here. It's just our lives are here now, basically. Yeah. I didn't really do an apprenticeship, but I stayed with the same guy for 5 years. He basically did what we do right now. So I didn't actually go to college for it, but I learned it through using my head, using my knowledge, and when I did something wrong, he not so politely told me I was doing something wrong, and I figured it out after that fairly fast.
Would you say that this is your calling though?
I'd say so, yeah. What I like about it, I like a challenge. There's always challenge when it comes to working in-house in Boston. What I don't like about it is the elements, the snow, the rain. It's hard to plan things because the Boston weather, it could be bone dry 1 minute and you look up 10 seconds later and it could be pouring rain. So that's always a challenge. But no, I like a lot of things about it. I like the way things plan out. So if you have to do demo, you're pulling stuff apart, but when you're pulling stuff apart, you're also creating a plan in your head to put it back together. Well, like every day you go and do some work, there's unknown and uncertainty, but if you're trained well enough, it's like a plan. It'll just come together. You can only do what's in front of you. That's what I would say.
I suppose there is when you start serving your time as a
tradesman, there is that bit of fear that you mightn't get to work.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you know, when anyone that works for themselves, there's always a little bit of fear. But when you're young, it doesn't. You know, you don't really think of it too much. So that's the way I look at it. You know.
Yeah.
You know, there's going to be fear, but you can overcome it too.
Yeah, there's fear involved with any aspect of life. Like it's just another part of it. Like it's just if you have the desire to will, desire to get on, and the desire to try hard, things will generally always work out fairly okay.
Yep. Give it a good shot.
Yeah. All you can do is do your best.
What do you say to the first version of you, the Mach 1, that didn't have all of this? What do you say to them, just to help us out?
When I was, let's say, 19, 20, a little bit more patience will definitely help you an awful lot in the long run.
Yeah. Buy shares in Amazon.
Yeah, that too.
I would have said that. I would have said that to my younger self too, if I could go back.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, sure. Look, I don't know if looking back is a good thing either. You know, you kind of have to look forward and learn from your mistakes or whatever it may be. You know,
And the one thing I would also add to that is you cannot be afraid of making mistakes. Everyone makes mistakes, there's no doubt about it. The problem is, if you make the same mistake 3 and 4 and 5 times, then you have a problem. You make a mistake, you learn from it. That's the most important thing. You can't continue doing the same mistake again, or else you'll make no money and you will just drive yourself crazy.
yeah, reputation. That's a good.
Yeah.
Good, it's a big thing in when you're working for yourself. You have to have a good reputation. If you don't, it won't last too long.
Yeah, you got that right.
Won't last too long. So yeah. Yeah, that's sure. Call Grange for change. Any contract in carpentry work, give us a shout. We'll take care of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Close the door. I have to close that side door first.
Yes, close the door.
There's something patting it down.
Definitely.
There's something patting it back. I don't know what it is. Back the chain. Do you know what I mean? It's been playing up the last couple of days. I don't know what it is. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's cut somewhere.
Fade